I think if you are conscious and self-aware enough of your surroundings, you can see art in everything. That's before I understood the relationship between Black people and police officers. And so, I don't know, maybe I should have just go ahead and been one so I could be a good cop. So I played basketball, I was in the band. If you ask most of the people I was in those groups with, they will say Rita was the funny person. But at no point did I think I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian. Being funny around friends and in the band hall is one thing, but being in front of thousands of folks who don't know you, trying to get a laugh out of them, that's completely different.
That
So,
is terrifying.
yes, every time. It's still terrifying. I've hundreds, thousands of shows, and I'm still terrified every time I do it. Every show is not gonna be a 10 out of 10. Sometimes a show is a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10, but you need those so you can keep striving for the 10 out of 10. While I was sitting in the audience, I started getting butterflies and the hair on my arms raised. And decided in my head that day, I was like, I'm going to go to the organizer and ask him, can I get on stage next week?
I see you challenging racism by crafting a truthful narrative that centers Black dignity and by planting your feet on the stage and throwing joy at people's faces and making them laugh and remember.
I deserve to be alive. I'm almost certain it was the Philando Castile situation where he was shot by a cop at a traffic stop. My reason for writing the song was, yeah, to protest, to make the statement that I deserve to be alive. We all deserve to be alive. But I always think that things are more digestible through comedy and music. If you're telling LeBron James to shut up and dribble, if LeBron only scored 2 points, people may feel different. But he's arguably a GOAT of the game. Oh, just stick to comedy and, well, you can't tell me what to do. It's my artistry. It's my art.
R-
You can't tell me what to do, but
Right?
you can
Uh,
unfollow and you can, follow somebody who agrees with your point of view, but they're the ones that get to you the most. You'll see 500 good comments and then that one comment that is calling you out of your name or criticizing you in a way that is just so egregious and aggressive that you want to respond to it. I mean, some of the things that I've seen, oh my gosh, when I did the Kamala song, oh my gosh. Man, people were screenshotting me, calling me a coon, all kind of things.
so you are from the South, you're an Army veteran, and a queer Black woman with a bucket load of faith. So, what are people missing about what it's like for you to live in all those places?
But once I freed myself of all the labels and things like that, the freedom that I feel is just wonderful at this point. God still loves me and nobody's going to make me believe otherwise. And so I'm just glad that some churches just look at my heart and not a label because that's what matters. But I think if we were all just a little more vulnerable, whether it be financially or emotionally. So for some people, it's shame. It's easier to make people think that you have it all together.
Guess what? Nobody should go bankrupt because nobody chose to be born. Nobody chooses what kind of body they get.
Mm.
So what if we just came together on just one thing? If you care about veterans, kids, old people, young people, Republicans, Democrats, everybody needs health care. I think violence is actually the problem and it's taking too many people's lives and we can do something about it.
You have the power of life and death in your hands, in your holster. Sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I didn't know
there's
I needed glasses until I served. And we were in basic training and I couldn't see the target. And I was like, is the target far away or can I just not see it?
Well, one of the last questions I have for you is justice, Cornel West says, is what love looks like in public. So private love is great, but love in public is contagious.
You work so hard to make ends meet and to fulfill a purpose. And sometimes you forget to live. Sometimes you forget to just stop and smell the flowers. So yeah, give yourself grace and give your peers grace, folks that you work with. You just never know what somebody is going through.
What's your purpose?
To serve.
How do you play?
On my computer.
What's your superpower?
Love.